across the screen, please let us know that you're here. They're coming in. People are coming in.
Awesome.
People are coming in. Once they come in, we can begin. We have 1 hour to get this done, and then we will be out of here. Hey, Bartley. Thanks for joining. All right. I think that's your friend there.
Best friend.
Yes. Welcome, best friend. We see you. All right, so send some hearts across the screen. Send some hearts across the screen so I won't delay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Faith Talks. Thank you for joining us. We are on time tonight, and we bless God for that. 8 o'clock sharp. And tonight is going to be a powerful, powerful session. You know, the Lord declared that season 3 is a season where we will bloom. And so even tonight, He has me dressed in flowers because we are blooming. And so, you know, it is my prayer that everyone that joined us tonight is blessed in some way. I have with me tonight a beautiful woman of God, a beautiful person, Katherine. There she, Dana says, thanks, ready for this? Yes. Katherine Coakley, and believe it or not, I met Katherine on Facebook. Yes. I'm no longer on Facebook, but the Lord, even if He just had me on Facebook to meet Katherine, I met Katherine on Facebook, and she was doing a live. I don't know if Katherine remember, one night she was doing a live, and I decided to tune in, and from that day to now, I was very much interested in hearing more from Katherine, and so she's here with me tonight. So please welcome Katherine Coakley to the couch with me, and we're going to talk about there is purpose in your yes. And of course, we know that there's also a price in your yes, and Katherine is going to drive us right into that. So Katherine, welcome to the couch.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. How does it feel to be here?
I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see the people. I'm excited to talk.
Yes.
I'm excited to learn, even from the questions.
Yes.
And even be here with you. Isn't she lovely, y'all?
Oh, thank you. And so are you, Katherine. So are you.
Thank you.
So Katherine, let's begin. Just tell us a little bit about Katherine. Who is Katherine Coakley?
Chad.
Yes.
Well, Katherine is an island girl with big dreams.
Yes.
A girl who sold herself out to purpose, to Yahweh's call in her life in the year 2016. I'm the eldest of 5. Those that don't know me, I'm the eldest of 5. So I'm like a mommy big sister. You know?
I know.
Type?
Yes.
They are like the mommy and the big sister.
Right.
So I'm the mommy big sister. But I love people. That's who I am. I'm a lover of people. I love to serve. I'm in full-time ministry. I run a non-profit organization here in the Bahamas where we do a lot of outreach events. I'm a preacher. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a speaker. Listen, I'm all around.
Wow.
You know, that hat. I have every hat, little hats here and there. But most of all, I'm a child of the King. And that's a little about me. As we go in, I promise y'all gonna get some more.
Oh yes, you got to give us some before this hour is up, Katherine. Or I'm gonna drive it out of you anyway. Yeah. But so Katherine, with all of this going on, tell me where it all began, because I know that, you know, bit by bit, you know, the Lord will not reveal everything to you, but in time there will be, it's like parts of the puzzle. Where did it all begin?
It all began before I even arrived, I think.
Yes.
You know, for me, the defining moment with purpose was the year 2016. I would say it was the year that I broke my ankle in 3 different places.
Wow.
So He groomed my purpose through pain. Physically, literally, physically. But I would like to jog back, you know, to being a child, being a young girl, having these skill sets and passions and not knowing why, because He works in seasons.
Yes, He does.
He gave me a little bit in that season.
Yes.
People would draw themselves to me. I would have people like way beyond my age want to come and tell me their stories. Like people on the street want to come and tell me their stories. Married people, and I'm like in primary school and they're venting to me. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Right.
And you know, that developed into high school, into my family, into different areas of my life. And then I got a job in a private bank. And I thought I was going to be, you know, this was it. I was going to be successful here. I'm going to build my life here, because I always wanted to be in the corporate arena, because I felt like that's where I would succeed the most. And the Holy Spirit basically came and He interjected in my life and said, no, this is not it. And He changed my whole life around in the year 2016 through an accident. Well, it wasn't an accident.
Right.
It was accident and natural.
Yes.
But that's what He used to really propel me into purpose.
Yes.
And so from that day, I said yes to Him. And every day since then, I'm saying yes to Him, because yes is not is not just a one-time thing.
I know.
You got to renew your yes every day.
Every day.
Yeah. So
wow.
that's where it all began. For me, with purpose, my obedience, my faith walk, and now becoming the woman that I am today. It came through pain. Yes. We'll get into it, but it came through him crippling me, him literally paralyzing me for a moment, yes, where I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything, to kind of break me so he can use me.
Wow, wow. So talk to me, Katherine. I mean, here it is. You said something. I didn't want to stop you.
Okay.
You're in the corporate arena, and this is something that you believed,
yeah,
was for you.
Yes.
But it was not the will of God. You felt that you were set right there. Mm-hmm. So talk to us a little bit about the pain now. You're in a painful state, and you know the Lord is telling you, come, Katherine. You know, this is what you want to do. How did you get over that? Like, how did you deal with that? Because I know, like, for some people watching now, they're at that place, yeah, where God is saying, you know, this is not for you. Mm-hmm. This is where I want you to be. But then it's like a fight, because now how am I going to pay my bills? You know, how am I going to meet this? So drive us in and talk to us a little bit about that.
How it all worked for me, let me just jog back a little bit. After I broke my ankle, mm-hmm, there was a nerve injury, a sciatic nerve. So I was in constant pain. I was off for about almost a year. We combined the surgery and all the casts, right? I was off for basically a year. In that year, he promoted me twice.
Wow.
Off my job. I wasn't to work and I was promoted. So favor started.
Favor.
Yeah, favor started there, right?
Yes.
And although I was in a place where I was broken and stuff, I had a lot of pain. So although I liked my job for security, my body now started to betray me. My body now started to basically align with his purpose for me.
Yes.
So what he began to do is the very thing that, you know, that once brought me pleasure, kind of became frustrating to me. I always wanted to be in the corporate arena. I always wanted to be the girl boss. I always wanted to be the one that ruled, basically.
Yes,
you
yes.
know, that's what I wanted to be. I'll be honest, right? And what he had to do was break me to a place where I was able to be used. So although, you know, I loved the place, he put it in such a way where I didn't even want to be there no more, because I couldn't sit up. I used to have heating pads in my chair at work. I used to have my foot like wrapped up on footstools, trying to give me some comfort. I was in and out of the doctor's hospital. I leave in work, drive into the hospital.
Wow.
And I'm still fighting because, one, my dysfunction led me here. I thought that my version of success was a good office, a nice car, good job, security. I mean, the typical Bahamian, you know, the Bahamian dream.
Yes.
And he had to show me that I will allow you to go a place just to show you how empty it is without me.
Wow, that's powerful.
So what he did was he allowed me to be there, develop some skill sets within me, because it wasn't for nothing. Okay?
This is true. This is true.
It's not for nothing, because I use it now in the organization.
Yes, ma'am.
And he allowed me to go there, learn the skill set, frustrated me into purpose. Yes. So all frustration isn't bad. He frustrated me into purpose until I basically yielded. And of course, saying yes, obeying him is not always easy, although we need to do it. So it took me a good minute to adjust. I fought against it.
Wow.
I fought against it in a mighty way, because here I am. I'm almost done with college. I'm almost done with my degree. I have it all planned, my life, my ideals. But everything is built on sinking sand.
Yes.
And as I said yes to him, he began to now open up his heart and his mind, and he shared it with me that everything that you were pursuing was your dysfunction leading you, your comparison, your insecurities, your generational curses, cycles leading you. So after that, I began to settle in his bosom, and I began to now understand that it was never supposed to be in me in the first place.
Wow, that's powerful, Katherine. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you all enjoying Katherine? I mean, we just in it, and I knew that this was going to be so powerful. And we got 1 hour, so I'm not going to hold up time talking. I want to get everything out of Katherine that I possibly can tonight. So Katherine, now tell me now, so you said yes, and you're out of everything now, and you're going into purpose. So I'm sure that the enemy did come up against you, not once, not twice, but 1,000,000 times probably, because he now wants to defeat your mind that, you know, you're going the wrong way. You got to be this way. I need you to talk to us about that. It's very important that I get that out of you, because, you know, you're purposely walking, and you're not in the, like you say, you're not living the Bahamian dream. You are living purposely. And so I need people to understand that. So how did the enemy try to frustrate you as you walked purposely?
Well, one, I was very afraid to tell my parents. Okay,
That you left your job.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So let's start there.
Yes.
Just in case someone's watching that has to make a decision.
Yes.
Because me, I played a vital role in my family financially. So now, in my mind, the enemy is saying how you are failing your family. You are about to go do this strange thing and talk about purpose, and you have bills. He began to cause me to feel like I was incompetent. What are you going to do?
Wow.
What is your life going to look like?
Yes.
So all of these things it bombarded basically my mind with all type of questions and doubts and fears and anxiety and panic. But I had to get to a place too with all of that I understood that after my leg got broken, if he could have kept me in that, he should be able to keep me in this present place.
Yes, ma'am.
So saying yes to him is hard, but the reality is this: my body started breaking down. Even now pursuing purpose, my body was breaking down. Okay? So he started to he started to battle me in my mind. My body was not acting right. I was having pain. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk long. I'm young, 22, 23.
Yes.
I feel like I'm 60.
Wow.
What's happening? Sometimes I just want to put this plug. Sometimes we say yes and we want everything now because we obey. Want everything to shift.
Like immediately.
Yes. But that didn't happen for me. So here it was. I'm now walking in obedience. The enemy is bombarding my mind with doubts, with negative thoughts, with reminding me of my past, reminding me of what I don't have, reminding me of my lack of resources, making me feel incompetent. Oh, you didn't even finish college yet. Oh, look at this person doing this, trying to get me to compare myself. Then having my family, you do not understand because, come on, it's a pattern in the society. You're supposed to go to school, go to college, get this job.
In a particular time, too.
In a particular time, in a sequence. So now I'm kind of wrestling their opinions because their opinion mattered in my life, wrestling the external opinions of people that think they know me or thought they knew me. And so it was really difficult. It was hard. Let me tell you, it's hard.
Yes.
Purpose is...
Let us know, Catherine. We need to know.
Purpose is a journey where you have to make up your mind every day to choose.
Yes.
Every day you choose. Like no matter what, you're sick, relationship issues, marital issues, children issues, money issues, you have the choice. You have a choice what to say yes to him every day. And the enemy is going to come up against you. Affliction, persecution. Yes. I hear people talk about me bad.
Wow.
Who do you do lazy? You don't want to work.
Wow.
You don't want to work. You're too lazy. You think you're this, you think you're that, you think, maybe you have a lot of money now. And you hear it all, but you have to get to a place where you become so focused that you can't take it all in. So you begin to filter what's true and what's not.
Yes.
So the enemy came. He came in a big way. He came in my home. He came in my health. He came in my finances where here I was living this purposeful life and not having money.
Wow.
I'm like, y'all don't have no money. Like, here it is. You're telling me to sow into people's lives and I don't have any money. You're telling me plan big projects with like tens of thousands of dollar budget, and I have no money. I'll be transparent. I planned a project Gideon. I launched it last year.
Yes, the Gideon.
And listen, y'all, 1,500 people we fed, and that Sunday, I said, Father, where's my food?
Wow.
I said, how is it that you have me doing all these amazing things? You coming through, you sending people from near and far to give money to this thing.
Yes.
And now I'm without? What's happening? But I had to realize that all of this was pruning.
Yes.
He has to be able to trust you even when you don't have the resources in your hand. So although I was being bombarded in my mind, although my self-esteem at moments were low because it's, sometimes you build your identity in things.
That's right.
You build your identity in your good job.
Yes.
You build your identity in what you have in your money. You build your identity in what people say about you. So now the people that once, fluffed you up and amplified you in such a way and elevate you in such a way, now they're talking about you. So now you basically naked and you're at rock bottom.
Come on,
and you gotta build a new foundation.
Wow.
But you still gotta say yes.
You still gotta say yes.
You still gotta say yes.
My God.
So it was hard. It was very hard. It was so hard. I don't want to make it seem impossible, but I also don't want to do the injustice of making it seem like it's pretty and fluff.
That's right.
Because we're in an era where purpose is like the new age thing. Yes. Everyone talks about hashtag purpose driven, hashtag purpose woman, hashtag everyone is this is a hashtag generation.
Yes, hashtag.
And the reality is I had to understand that purpose wasn't just even what I was doing. Purpose is who I was becoming.
Amen. Wow.
So what had to happen to me, although I went through all those battles, it was never about what Katherine could do. It was always about who Katherine would become. And I heard Pastor Stephen Furtick say this. He said, you're waiting on him to do something for you, and he's trying to do it through you.
Wow, that's powerful.
So when you understand the degree of what he wants to do in your life, you're going to make up your mind to say yes every single day.
Every day. So Katherine, I got to go to the parents because that's the hardest rock to get over.
Yeah.
Please tell me, how did your parents react now when you told, because they had to find out.
Oh, yeah.
And they did, of course they know now for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you told them this, what was their response to you?
Well, y'all do not judge me.
No, don't judge. Hashtag don't judge Katherine.
Judge me. For the first 2 weeks, I told my dad I was on vacation. I was so afraid.
You had to tell it. You had to tell that little, okay.
I lied, y'all.
Yeah.
I lied, I told my dad I was on vacation because, like I said, I was a person that was very influential financially in my home. So now disappointing them in that area is almost a burden I wasn't mature enough to carry yet.
Yes.
I know I had to make a big step, but sometimes you leap without thinking, and then afterwards you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I know, right?
And that's what happened. So I told my mom. She supported me.
But mothers always will. Yeah.
She supported me, and
With daddy.
And I think what happened too is she began to see my life change. So it made accepting the decision a bit more easier. My dad was like a bit shocked. He made fun of me. He got over it because what the Holy Spirit did in my life in that year is he basically sent someone to bless me in such a way where it would blow my dad's mind.
Wow.
So he proved himself just to make sure that, listen, I want to confirm that I sent her.
Yes.
That she was sent by me. She just didn't leave on her own feelings or because of pain or persecution. She was sent. So he sent someone, basically we did not know, to bless me in a way that proved to my dad that money is not an option.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. What has been your biggest support, Cass? I mean, I know that many people that sat on the couch with me has always had a roadblock with support. How has been your support system, and who has been a great support system to Katherine now walking in purpose?
Well, I've always had a really good support system. I didn't fight that much in that area. My friends, my support system probably on here right now.
I'm sure.
Is
Dana one?
Yes, Dana has been my friend from I was 11 years old.
Praise God.
And we're going to be 27.
Wow.
So she's always been in my corner.
Yes.
I have my family, after that little bump,
of course.
They really supported me, and they still do up to this day. And then the Holy Spirit sent people literally from different continents to uphold me. There are people literally messaging me from Facebook from Asia, New Zealand, Africa, that I'm praying for you. There is something special about you. I'm praying for you. I want to sow into this. I want to help you with this. Someone built my website for free.
Are you serious?
They said purpose made them do it.
And that is...
And that's it right there.
My God. Let's tap right into that, Katherine. Today, not today, but I think it was 2 days ago or a day ago, Katherine and I were just getting ready for the show, and of course the Lord would always give to me a theme or a topic that he would have the guests sit and speak about. And he said for Katherine, it would be there is purpose in your yes. And when I sent it over to Christoph, who does all of the production flyers, he was like, this is like the perfect topic for Katherine. And I was like, why? He was like, don't you know? She's the founder of Purpose Made Me Do It. Katherine, tell us. I mean, the Lord is just so good. He's so I did not know this. I'm not on Facebook. I do not know this. I do know about Gideon, but I do not know about the Purpose Made Me Do It. Could you tell me about this foundation that the Lord enlightened me about just 2 days ago?
Okay, so Purpose Made Me Do It literally stemmed from my story. When I left my job, and like I said, I went through persecution, church persecution.
Wow.
Okay, people, friends, or family that didn't understand near and far. And what happened was I remember crying because, come on, people talking about you, you expect them to support you, expect them to be happy for you. Even though it's unorthodox, to some degree, you still want them to be happy.
Yes.
And no matter how strong you think you are. And I remember at this time I was getting a lot of feedback from people that I wanted to support me in that time. But I realized it was all a part of his plan because I got to be able to know how to stand alone without people clapping for me. Yes. Okay? But now, at that point, there confused. I'm crying, being a victim, just crying out to him. And he said, tell the next time someone talks about you and they ask you why you leave your job, the Holy Spirit said to me, tell them purpose made you do it.
Wow.
And that was before the organization. I knew that when he was giving me vision and he began to lead me into the place of outreach and community work, I knew that would be the name.
My God.
So I named it Purpose Made Me Do It, because I realized that every assignment that he gives me under that banner will be because of purpose, and only that.
So what is the mission of Purpose Made Me Do It? What does it do?
So what we do a lot of outreach programs, school tours, girl empowerment events, Project Getting, where we feed the homeless, the hungry, the hopeless. Okay, so we do a lot of speaking events. We do a lot of outreach community service events.
Yes.
We have a lot of stuff planned actually coming up in the next several months. I don't want to give you all too much.
No, don't. That's
in the next several months,
right.
To expand it. But for right now, it is evolving. But for right now, it is an organization that is geared towards community outreach, kingdom outreach, not just community service, because we want to impact the spirit and the natural.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So for now, it is evolving. So in the next year, honestly, it could be something even far greater. But for right now, that's our focus.
That's the focus.
Yeah.
What has been the hardest thing? What has been the hardest thing for Katherine? Not just on the faith walk, but what has been the hardest thing just being in ministry for you? Even being a person, being a human being.
Yeah.
What has been like the hardest thing for you? The hardest thing that you faced, the hardest thing you had to deal with, whether it was a case with someone or getting someone to understand or taking them. What has been the hardest assignment to date for you?
I'll give you two.
Sure.
I think the greatest one is, for me, is becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. There's been so much that has been asked of me in the last 3 years that I almost felt like it was unfair. Like, a creeper don't have to do that.
Yes.
Why is the standard so high for me? Why can't I just be like everyone else? The standard that he set for me was different. It was very peculiar. I remember a few years ago, he told me, I want you to sacrifice in the season until it hurts.
Oh, wow.
And I remember just breaking down crying, because in my mind, there's nothing left to give. I've already given my life, I've given my security, I've given my job, I've given my ideals. And I just felt like he was drawing my blood now. Like, what else?
Like, what else? Yes.
But guess what? It was for a purpose. And now I realize how significant it was. But it was definitely now the changes, the things that he was calling me to do with nothing in my hand. It was literally him now saying, okay, that mindset gotta go. That attitude, you can't do that. Living a life of constant conviction. And I prayed for that. But it's still hard.
Yes.
I prayed that every time I do something that would have grieved you, that didn't bring honor and glory to him, convict me.
Yes.
And with that conviction, because it doesn't bring condemnation, it ushers in change. So now it's like every day he's showing me a bad motive. If we're honest,
yes.
He's showing me something that's not too good. He's showing me, Katherine, that mindset is a no. You can't say that about. That's not fair. That's actually selfish.
Yes.
So I'm constantly in that place where I'm always looking at myself. And that can be painful because you want to look at everyone else.
Yeah.
And the second thing is contentment. When he called me to be the woman I am today, I did not believe him. Mm-hmm. Like most people in the Bible, right?
Yes.
I did not believe him because here I already built, because of my pride, what I wanted to be. Because I wanted to stand in my own foundation. So separate from constant change is now believing all that he said about me.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like just small Katherine. People be like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. But I'm still human.
Yes.
I still drink a Capri Sun. I still eat my little brother's snacks. Like, I'm still human. So now being called to do great things, but still be human.
Yes.
People can put you in a pedestal where you should be this. You should know this.
Yes.
And the hardest thing is now maintaining my humanity.
Wow.
Maintaining the fact that, guess what, it's okay to be young.
Yes.
I don't have to be deep. I don't have to be like the regular person in ministry.
And it's okay to drink a Capri Sun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I don't have to be, like no one else. I don't want to be a clone. There's enough of Akribas out there. There's
right.
one Akriba. The world doesn't need another Akriba.
That's right.
They need Katherine.
That's
they
right.
need Christoph. They need
That's
someone
right.
else. So
that's right.
now choosing to believe what he said and not doubt. and not fall prey to the devices of the enemy, and not fall victim to the mindset that he's trying to give me in my moments of anxiety and stuff like that.
Yes.
But choosing to understand that if he said that's what you are, and you are going to do that, that's it.
Yes.
So contentment and the standard of constant change.
Wow, that's powerful. You know, just listening to you talk reminded me of something even today that the Lord, you know, just had me to post. And I was talking about faith talk and how, you know, this was very scary for me. I'm a very shy person by nature. I know, tell me that I'm telling a lie. I'm not.
Okay.
But Akriba is very shy.
Okay.
But I understood, the Lord showed me where when you die to yourself,
Yeah.
and you're doing his vision and his work, there's a different person that blossoms, that come out. And I realized that about me.
Yeah.
You know, and I always said, even before I was saved, that I never wanted to be in a box. I always wanted to be someone that is able to relate to people. I want to be someone that, you know, they see you say, okay, she's getting up there. No, I'm still a human being. I still fall,
Yeah.
you know, and I still get up. And you don't want to paint, you want to be as transparent as possible, because even last week on the show, I said that this generation now does not deserve, it deserves to be told.
Yeah.
Whether it's they need the truth.
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that. That's why so many people are broken today, because they're not getting, I call it the naked truth. They need the naked truth. They need to know that, you know, it was not always this for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got so much in them, you know, they have stories that they're afraid to tell.
Yeah.
But you cannot be afraid of the things that God allowed you to go through, because he allowed you to go through it for someone else. Oh, God is so good. So Katherine, you know, Gideon fed like 1,500 people, that mission this year, correct?
February.
What is in the plans for Gideon? Because I think that that's amazing. And how long has it been around?
We launched it in February. It was the first year this year.
Oh my God. So I caught it.
Yeah.
Wow. And you touched 1,500 people.
We gave 1,500 people and 500 grocery bags to home, single parent homes.
Wow.
Clothes and shoes and stuff like that. It was literally something he showed me in a vision while driving, and I remember turning my car around, so excited, running to my mom, busting open her door and say, I just got a kingdom idea.
Wow.
And I sat on it and I prayed on it. I said, I'm not going to say anything. I told my friends, and I'm not going to move on it. I need him to show me what this is.
Yes.
And I started planning with nothing in my hand. And you know, even just to put this in there for someone, maybe a visionary or a leader or a manager, I want to just aspire to open an organization.
Yes.
I remember when I was planning for Project Gideon, I think my friends can attest to this. I said, I'm not going to put stuff out there until like I get, you know, some resources, because the budget was a lot. And at this point, I'm not working. Okay, I don't have no sugar daddies.
Right.
I don't have none of these things. So in my mind,
Right.
he's my sugar daddy. So if you want this to happen, you gotta make it happen.
You gotta fund
But
it.
of course, I'm still scared.
Yes.
So I said, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I'm not gonna put it out there until I get I get sponsorship. And I remember the Holy Spirit audibly telling me, that's not faith.
Amen.
That's
Katherine.
not faith. So I went with my fast self and I basically put it out there with nothing. And can I tell you, we was able to do it. He sent it. He sent it from near and he sent it from far. And all I had to do was believe that he showed me it, so he's going to take care of it.
Of course.
All I had to do was step in the direction and he was going to supply it. So every step I made, out of my fear and out of my comfort zone, he came through.
Of course.
Yes.
Because when God gives you the vision, he will make the provision.
Yes.
My God. And 1,500 people, 1,500 lives was touched.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Tell us, Katherine, I'm following you a lot. I see where you have, is it Boss?
Girl bosses.
Girl Bosses. Tell us about Girl Bosses and what it's all about and the mission.
Okay. So Girl Bosses, after I left my job, I was home for 4 months.
Right.
Like being super holy, y'all. I was fasting.
Right.
I was praying because I need direction at this point. I don't know what to do.
You need some answers.
And I remember driving on the street. Again, I got Project Gideon on the street, and I'm driving again. My car must be anointed, y'all.
I think so.
Driving, and I saw this whole big party, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this. Once I see it, I'm doing it now.
Right.
I'm gonna do it because I'm scared if I don't do it. So I went and I started to plan, and what it really is when I was home for those several months after my job, I started speaking at the juvenile facilities, William and Pratt,
Yes.
the orphanages, schools, they would call for me. I never spoke like this ever. Like, so at this point, I'm like, why are these people reaching out to me?
Yes.
But I started to serve and just going and being good to the kids or
Yes.
speaking to them, and they just asked me to come back. And after having the vision, I realized that there was a need. See, purpose always solves a problem.
Yes.
So here I am now on that journey in the wilderness of purpose, and he lets me know that there's a problem with the girls in your nation, in the different communities, in the orphanages, and he showed me what to do. So I planned this big party, again, no money, not knowing what to do, and he let me know. He said, I want you to raise up a generation of young women that are authentic, whole. And I'm sitting there like, what in the world is me? I'm a broken mess.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do? You know? But I was able to reach out to the orphanages, and we had something like 100 girls come at the first time. We empower them, we inspire them. We have women come like yourself.
100.
Yes, great women. It's free. Great women come and they speak on their journeys, their stories, similar to this right here.
Yes.
And they basically they symbolize the girl's future. So those girls get to sit amongst these great women that are in their craft, that are safe, that are doing well, married with kids, owning businesses, and just doing amazing stuff. And they get to hear that, listen, I made it.
Yes.
So you can too.
Yes.
And then we had great sponsors. We just try to have almost like an empowerment / party. Like the ultimate girl bosses party.
Amazing.
I know the theme girl bosses is big in Nassau right now,
Yes.
in an entrepreneurial way, but I realize, and with the revelation I got, is a girl boss isn't defined by your account balances.
That's right.
It isn't defined by the letters on your name. It isn't even defined by what you wear. It is by your identity.
Wow.
It is by what he says
Yes.
you are. So I'm a girl boss without all of the digits. I'm a girl boss without all of the friends. I'm a girl boss even if I don't have the curly long hair.
Yes.
I'm a girl boss because he called me his daughter.
Yes.
So I'm winning either way.
You're winning.
That's it.
Wow, that is powerful, Katherine. And also, just for people watching, you also have sessions.
Yeah.
Is it every week or is monthly or quarterly?
It's bi-weekly. Me
Bi-weekly.
and Dania do it together.
Yes.
It just ended our first season.
Okay.
Yes, really excited and really happy about it. We had roughly between 10 to 15 women. It's an intimate session. It's a small group session for women of 18 up to almost like 60. It's a balance. We have some coming married, single, never been married, widowed, all statuses, all age, all ethnicities.
Wow.
Everyone comes in, and it was really something that he rested on my heart because there are so many women that are operating in fragmented pieces. You know, their hearts are broken. They don't understand who they are. They feel like they've lost a sense of purpose. They have wounds that now bleeding into their relationships, into their marriages, into their ministries, into their jobs. So he wanted me to be almost like a physician's assistant in this season, me and Dania, to help basically put those women on the surgery table
Doctors.
and prepare them, for him to come in and do surgery.
Wow. Is there a book, Katherine? You intend to write a book?
Yes.
Wow, I know, yeah, God is ringing all around here right now, Katherine. But yeah, I know there has to be a book because there's so much to you, Katherine. I mean, I told you, I found you on Facebook and I can't even remember what you were talking about. But whatever you were talking about, it really, really caught my attention. Talk to me a little bit. I want to go a little deeper, Katherine. You have no sugar daddy.
No.
Yet. God is the sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Right. So how is it being a single woman? You know, there's no baggage. I call them baggage sometimes when they're not coming for the right thing.
Yeah.
But how has it been for you? Is that a place that you're ready for, or you're quite fine right now? Like, just talk to the single woman out there who believe that I need to have a man on my side to get it done. You know, that kind of, because you have a lot of women that are very reliant upon, if I don't have somebody on my side.
Yeah.
And it's okay being single.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay being single and saved and not mixed up. And just share for someone watching out there tonight actually, that may be thinking, I need a sugar daddy in order to get where I'm going.
Well, first of all, please, I have baggage, lots of it. My friends can attest. I have baggage, but the thing is, and I posted this before I came here, take the lesson, but stop rehearsing the pain.
Yeah.
So I allowed the baggage to teach me stuff.
Yes.
So now I'm in a position where I'm aligned. I'm not out there dating and stuff. Not because I don't want to, not because people are bad and all men are evil. It's because I believe that I'm in a season where he needs my attention. And I'm just of the opinion that if I take care of his business, he can take care of me.
Amen.
He can fix me up, y'all.
He will fix
He can fix
you
me
up indeed.
So I'm at a place where I'm content.
Yes.
And I always heard people talk about, oh, I'm single and content, and I was like, that ain't no true. You know, in my mind, I'm like, you know, and I don't believe you, you know. But the reality is I'm so wrapped up. Like, I'm so focused in what he says right now that I know that, guess what? He's going to take care of every need I have. There are people that will come. There are men that will see certain things. They love to see women on the move.
Yes.
Okay, men love to see women on the move doing great things.
Yes.
But the reality is until I find myself, I won't know who's supposed to be with me in the future.
You're right.
I'm still evolving daily.
You're right.
So for me now to go and basically yoke myself to someone I'm sort of discovering Katherine, then I put my life in reverse.
Yes.
So I'm waiting to the point where he says, Kat, okay, now it's time.
Yes.
Because right now, and you know, it's crazy that you asked me this question because I posted something a few weeks ago. I said, you don't know how vulnerable you are until you've met your equal. And I don't feel like I've met my equal yet.
Wow,
and I'm not saying equal as in I'm dominant or I'm better or anything. It's the person that is aligned, not just assigned, because you don't marry your assignments. The person that he has preserved for you just and the purpose in your covenant.
Yes, yes, my God, that is deep. Please, if you have any questions for Katherine, I hope my timekeepers are keeping. We're going to be on 1 hour. Please send the questions through. I want Katherine to answer. I mean, she's full. Zemi says she loves the surgery assistant analogy. Well, the physician's assistant. that's Zemi. C. Adams is saying that it's true. And Dana is saying, yes, it's cool. It's about focus. Focus keeps the frauds away. That is true.
Yeah, it is.
That is deep. And that is true.
Because the thing is, you know, when you are not focused, then you are vulnerable.
Yes.
Your loneliness could take over. You begin to compare yourself. You can look at through Facebook and see people getting all these different things before you. But because I am so focused, my mind is now so aligned that I can't see. My mom gave me an analogy a few months ago, and I posted it on Facebook, and she basically became a celebrity over this post, right? Mm-hmm. She said, there was a gentleman that gave a lady a water in the restaurant and said, take that water to the cup, to the table, let's say across the room. Yes. The lady took the cup full of water. She was so afraid not to let the water spill out that she literally looked down at the cup the whole time. When she returned to the gentleman that asked her to take the water, he said, did you hear what that table said? She said, no. He said, did you see that paper on the floor? She said, no. Did you have the phone ring? And she said, no. He said, why? She said, because I was so focused on keeping that water in that glass. I didn't have time to have anything else.
Wow.
And that's what it is about, minding the water in your cup. Stay in your lane so you don't get mixed up and you don't become vulnerable to all the frauds and stuff around.
Come on, Katherine. Oh, y'all supposed to be clapping in the back there. Come on, Katherine. C. Adam says, talking good, Kat. Miss Triple M is saying, Katherine, you're preaching. I've never done this before on Faith Talk, but I'm going to do it tonight. You know, the Lord is leading me to do this in the last, how much longer do we have? Because I'm being led to do this. 20 minutes. And Katherine, what I want to do is, I want you to take it in for us. I want to see the preacher and Katherine. I want to see and this is off guard. You know, I know it's off guard. We did not prep. We did not practice. And that's usually when the Lord uses you, you know, mightily and in a different way. I just want the people here watching tonight to get a taste and a touch of what purpose has done in Katherine's life. So I want you to deliver a message to us, a brief one. You don't have to be so long. Yeah. Just a brief message to us tonight. Just driving it in, purpose. Let's talk about faith. Let's talk about it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. Let's just tie all of that up, and let's just, someone here tonight I feel is waiting on this message. And so I'm just led to just open the floor to you, Katherine.
That's fine. Let her move.
Go ahead.
I want to speak specifically to people that are not saved.
Go ahead.
Because there are a lot of, let me just turn to you, right? Sure. There are a lot of people, when you hear purpose and faith, they think you have to be super spiritual. You got to have the collar. You got to be in the pulpit. You have to understand that whatever it is that Yahweh has called you to be it. There is purpose. Purpose isn't what you do. Purpose isn't being a banker. Purpose isn't being a hairdresser. Purpose isn't what you can do with your hands. It's basically the yielding of your heart, the yielding of your life to give him glory. You can be purposeful, literally just encouraging someone.
Yes.
You can be walking in purpose by not basically stewarding your money correctly. You don't have to go into an arena where you see everyone flourishing. You don't have to be like the next person on Facebook live preaching, or Sarah Jakes or John Gray. You don't have to be that. You
Yes.
could just be you. Purpose is connected to your identity, and the truth is, and my best friend always says this, you will never know what you're supposed to do until you know who you are.
Wow, praise God.
And I believe that Yahweh has people on here that maybe don't know who they are, and you're tuned in right now and you don't understand what's going on in your life. You may not be saved. You may not even come from a super spiritual, place. You may not have spiritual friends or all these different things happen, a bunch of money. But the reality is this. If you was to jog your memory back, you shouldn't have been here. You should have been gone from a car accident,
Yes.
the wrong company, STDs. But the reality is there's something that is keeping you alive, and it's not
Yes.
yourself. Because you can't kill purpose.
That's
you can't
right.
kill what was predestined
Yes.
for you. And I believe that Yahweh wants us to bring us into a place where we understand that it's because of our identity in him is the key to basically the future. Our identity and understanding who he says that we are will dictate
Yes.
who becomes our friends.
Yes.
Will dictate the jobs we apply for.
Yes.
Because when you think highly of yourself as a son or a daughter, there are certain things you ain't gonna do.
That's right.
If you look back in your relationship, single women, there are a lot of things that took place because you were unsure of who you were in that season.
Oh.
And now you're looking back and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I dated him. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, I can't believe I dated her.
Go ahead.
But the reality is you now understand that I have value. I have something to offer.
Yes.
So your purpose will flow from your identity. Knowing who you are will dictate who's around you, the money moves you make, the communities you build, the decisions you make, where you decide to go, how you decide to dress, everything. And Zemi, I just want to make mention of her. Zemi, when she got married, it inspired me. She said she wanted to change the way she dressed because now she's coming into her image of a wife.
A wife.
A wife.
That's
it's
it.
a
That's
difference.
it. Yes.
So you may be there and you may not understand purpose. You may not be spiritual. You may not come from the speaking in tongues, praying home. But understand this, that because you are still here, that means there is something for you to do. There is a problem in the earth that still needs solving.
Yes.
And that's what it is. And the problem may not be where you need $1 million to do it. The problem may be where you just need to be kinder.
Yes.
It may be where you just need to be more loving.
Yes.
More generous. That's how it all begins. It begins in small places. It doesn't begin on big platforms. Okay, so don't let the enemy ever trick you into believing that you have to have a certain amount of community, resources, people backing you, likes on Facebook to validate who he says you are.
Yes.
He already said you were the apple of his eye, the object of his affection. He already said who he was from the beginning of time. So don't you ever, the next time the enemy says something to you, you respond back. That I know who I am. I am a son.
Wow, yes.
I am a daughter.
Yes.
And let everything you do from there flow from that fact and that truth that you don't belong here. You are a kingdom citizen. And no matter what, you may have smoked, fornicated, because I'm not for the perfect people.
Yes, go
and
ahead.
This is what the sessions are about.
Let's go
you
ahead.
may be someone that even, dealt with people's husbands. I deal with them those people. I dealt with those people that went in that route. And honestly, it was deception. It was deception. So I don't hold nobody. I don't judge people. I don't make it a habit because Yahweh has called me to the broken woman.
Yes.
He has called me to help the broken woman. So you could be the woman that smoked. You maybe didn't give enough time to your kids, and that's real. You may have messed up your home because of ministry's sake or the job.
Yes.
You may be jealous of your spouse. You may be comparing yourself, tearing down different women. Understand this, that you are not gone yet.
Wow.
There is still time for you to become all that he says you can become. I don't care who said anything. I don't care how much word curse. I don't care how much altars. I don't care how much people say you won't have this, you won't have that. Look at me.
Yes.
If I go into my story to tell you where I am from and what I fought to become, you'll understand that I'm not different from you.
Jesus.
So if I can be here, then you can, this is your space too.
Yes.
That's it.
My God, Catherine. Wow. Wow. That is, I thank you, God. I thank God.
Yeah.
That is
he's awesome.
That is powerful. What keeps people back from purpose though? What stops them? I mean, you've encountered these women and these people.
Yeah.
What stops them? What is the greatest, what has been stopping people? Because, like you said, it's all about purpose living today. It's not about what is stopping people.
I think what has stopped people is not knowing who they are. When you are with your husband or your dad, you act different. You make different decisions because you know who you are.
Yes.
Akriba with her friends versus Akriba with her father is a different Akriba.
Definitely.
It's
definitely.
It's a different.
Definitely.
It's definitely a different Akriba.
Yes.
So if the enemy can keep you wondering who you are, then he can basically influence every decision you make. So people won't know their understanding of their value until they understand who they are. It was not until I got to say, you know what, Katherine, you little smart, you can do this.
Yes.
And I did my first project. I'm like, you know what, Katherine, you did that.
Mm-hmm.
What else you can do?
Yes.
Identity opens a well of what else. Okay, yes, I graduated high school. What else? Okay, now I have I found the right person. What else?
What else?
Okay, now I've done better with my finances. Now what else? Can I perhaps own a business one day if I steward my money properly? Identity opens a well of opportunity. See, if we belong to the king, that means we're in a kingdom.
Yes.
And there's just certain things that the royals get to do. And there's certain opportunities they get to have, they walk into because of who they're connected to.
Yes.
If the enemy can influence our mind as to who we belong to, then he can always keep us in a place of limbo, never fully dominating and taking authority over the things that he's already predestined for us. So what's holding people is not just sin, it's not just the lack of identity. It's not sin. People think it's, you're just in this bad place because of sin. But honestly, if that person who is sinning would understand their value, then the enemy can't get them to sin.
That's right. Wow. I think, Katherine, 1 hour is not enough for Katherine. I remember Christophe saying when he knew that Katherine was coming, he was like, Kiki, I don't know, because you and Katherine can have a faith talk all day, and we literally can. We could. I saw Katherine in the food store, and the Lord used you, Katherine, and thank you so much, because I would always share with my team that I was very curious, and I'm still very curious about Faith Talk, about the platform, about what is taking place, because God is a mystery himself. And there's a lot of things that, he will not show us. And there's reasons for that, because I believe that God has to keep you right here. Mm-hmm. He can't take you here, because you have to remember that it is him. He wants to keep you at a place of humility. And when we met, I was talking to you about a conference I attended, and I said, Katherine, you must go. And you said something about Faith Talk that I didn't understand. I did not know it. I did not know it, and it is happening today. And I just want, for the viewers that are watching, because I know a lot of people too may be curious as to, how did Faith Talk come about, or what is it really about, and what is it for? And you said something to me about silence and about breaking it, and it really touched me, because I was like, whoa, that's really what's taking place. But when I look back at the videos, this is what I see happening. But explain to me about Faith Talk, and I know that God, I know that God, this was, you're not going to take an assignment, or you're not going to come on something if God did not give you the permission. But tell me, how do you feel about Faith Talk, and what have you seen about it? You shared it a little bit with me in the food store about silence, but
from when I was invited on, when I met you in the food store,
yes,
I was talking to Kripa
for the first time.
For the first time by the meat section.
Yes.
Okay. Waiting on my meat. I told her, I said, you are basically providing a platform to break silence. There are so much people with revolutionary stories, because all you need is a story to change a person's life.
Yes.
It's not money sometimes. You sit with the right person, your life could change.
Yes.
You sit with TD Jakes, I promise you, your life could change.
Almost definitely.
Miles Monroe, your life is going. And
yes,
guess what? Even the waitress at Outback, your life will change.
That is right.
Okay. So I'm sitting with, I'm talking to her, and I'm listening to her, and I'm saying, Father, this woman is creating. You have allowed her to create a platform to silence. A lot of people are holding in wounds, holding in such great stories. They are keys. I say keys. They are holding back keys to people's freedom, because that's what our stories are for.
That's right.
They are pioneer stories. They open doors for other people.
Yes.
Right? I say so many people have such great stories, and what's happening is, You know, she's creating a platform to break the silence. And that's why the enemy hates it so much. Because if he can keep people quiet, if he can silence our story, if he can cause us to be so discouraged, so disappointed, so depressed that he can close our mouths, because the world was created with words.
That's right.
Remember,
Yes.
the world was created with words. So we basically get to rearrange the world we live in through words. She is creating through the Holy Spirit and her obedience. They are partnering, creating a platform to recreate worlds
Wow.
for people.
Wow.
People are sitting on here maybe from different parts of the world right now, different homes, different ethnicities, cultures, everything else, struggles, and they're listening, and you are freeing them in a way, because now they get to say, I thought only me went through that. I thought only me had that situation going on.
Yes.
You know, I thought only me saw that in my family. You are now giving people I always hear people say, you give people a voice, but you are literally breaking the silence in people's voice. And even in the community and in the Bahamas, there are much people. There are people doing Facebook Lives.
Yes.
There are people preaching, but there are not much people listening. That's the difference.
Wow.
There are people preaching. We are in an era where people are talking a lot.
Yes.
But not everyone is opening their couch to listen. And that's what's always going to separate. And that's what's going to show humility. Because I'm not just willing to dress up and come in front of a camera. I'm also willing to listen to you.
Yes. Wow. That is, I got it today, Christoph. It's just very curious, and just very curious. And some of the guests, they would, and believe it or not, I know for sure that Faith Talk is produced by God. Even the motto, where you realize the world is not a lonely place. I mean, that is a fact. People are coming on this couch, and when they begin to talk, people are like, oh my God, that Katherine been through that for real?
Yeah.
Because what they see, they're like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, the brokenness, there's beauty in your brokenness, and that is real.
Yeah.
That is real, and it is powerful. We got but 8 more minutes to go. We'll be wrapping up. If there are any questions for Katherine, please drive the questions in. I would like to ask Katherine, do not be afraid. It's Faith Talk. It's a platform where we step out and we ask questions, and we're not afraid, because I know that Katherine has within her answers for you. So if there's something that you want to ask Katherine while we wrap up our conversation, please send the question so that I can ask her. We have 8 more minutes before we close. So Katherine, where are you now? You don't have to let everything out the bag, but where are you now?
I am in process again.
Yes.
We are leaving one season to enter another, basically set a process, right?
Yes.
So I'm planning phase 2 of Project Gideon.
Wow.
And Girl Bosses.
Girl Bosses.
Girl Bosses.
The third.
Yeah, the third Girl Bosses. I am evolving even myself with the sessions. So everything is basically, I'm being ready for something.
Yes.
And that means that I'm in a place of still. We don't like that place, but the reality is that's when we hear him the most. So I'm in preparation mode, where I'm basically trying to make sure that everything that he told me supposed to happen within this last couple months or next year is happening.
Yes.
And everything else for me.
And stillness is important. I've been off the show for 7 months.
Wow.
And people were like in my inbox, and they were like, could you come back?
Yeah.
I would not be able to function if I came back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not functioning from myself.
Yeah.
So I have to listen. I understood that when I was off for the 7 months, I heard so much from the Lord. Because you're not mixed up in all of this. You're not preparing for the show. You're not blah, blah, blah. And so it's quiet time. So I know about stillness, and a lot of people don't like it. And that's why you have to stay true to yourself. And you have to remain humble. Because if you allow all of this to get to your head, you will come and jump and say, okay, team, let's go. We got to start Faith Talk.
Yeah.
And nothing is going to come out of it.
Empty words.
Empty words. I mean, there's nothing going to come out of it. The guest is going to leave just the way they came.
Yeah.
The people are going to come on, and they're going to leave just the way they appeared. And that's not what it's about. Felicia, who is also a past guest of Faith Talk, she's saying that it's strange that you mentioned being a waitress in Outback. I was a waitress at Outback. Yeah, and she talked about, and the Lord has even raised her up. Her story is amazing.
Wow.
She came on the couch, and it was on the couch that she declared that, she's going to move into ministry with the TLS. I don't know if you heard about it. The teens, she's reaching out to teenage pregnant.
Oh, Hold on, that's
yes.
yes, I think I've heard.
Teenage
Yeah.
mothers, because
Yeah.
she was a teenage mom, and you know, there was no voice for her. There was no, you know, no shoulder to lean on.
But you see, what I love about that is, I've heard. I think she won
It's
the
beautiful.
the
She
youth
did,
award.
yes, and the Minister's Cup.
Yes,
That's her.
Yes,
That's
is you.
her.
Your name is being noised even now.
My
even
God.
still in classes now. I've heard about last 2 weeks ago. Someone was talking about her on the side of me.
Oh wow.
However, what is beautiful is, just like I mentioned before, everyone don't have to wear a collar to be kingdom. Her purpose in this season, because it can evolve to do different things, is to just be a lending hand to remember that, listen, I was there too.
That's
So
it.
you ain't alone.
That's it.
You know, everybody ain't gotta be preaching.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gotta be an apostle. Everybody don't have to be a prophet. Some people
That's right.
just be decent human beings.
Yes.
We represent him through our fruit, and that's what it is. She's a fruit-bearing tree.
She's a fruit-bearing tree, and she's touching so many people. And I think when you said waitress, when she sat here, she began to cry, and she said, well, I'm just a waitress. And I said to her, you know, it doesn't matter being a waitress. The spirit, though, you are a leader, you are a queen, you are somebody, because you know, people see this waitress, but this waitress is out there and she's blooming. I mean, she's touching lives, and she's not endorsing, she's not saying, oh, go out there and have a baby, but she's just being that person to tell that teenage mother, look, it's not the end.
Yeah.
You know, because she's saying that these people are smart people. They're 3-point students. They are, you know, but they stop because people they cut them down. And so she's there to literally lift them up.
Yeah.
And I think that is amazing. I mean, you know, just dropping self and just doing community work.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
It's a beautiful
What's
thing.
amazing about that too is, what do waitresses do? They gather all the things that people don't want anymore on the table.
Yes.
And they go and they basically make use of them someplace else. Whether they discard it or they put it someplace. Some people carry home for their dogs, for their neighbors, the extra food. So it's not a matter of just being a waitress. You gotta look deeper into it.
Deep.
It's basically preparation for what else? Because now she's serving.
Yes.
She's serving. Waitresses know how to serve.
Serving.
So it's always a process for something. You're never just a waitress.
Yes.
You're never just a hairdresser. You're never just a guy. It's never just that. I mean, I don't think we see the value in things and how influential they are in the next season. Now she knows how to serve from a humble place.
And it's so beautiful to serve, Katherine.
Yes.
I love to serve.
Yes.
I love to serve, Katherine. I don't need the title.
Girl.
Just let me serve.
You don't need a name tag.
No, just let me serve.
You don't need it.
Philippa, quickly, Philippa Natalia is saying, how do you stay motivated, Katherine?
Philippa, girl,
Yes.
it ain't a book. It ain't a YouTube channel.
Okay, that's our time counting down.
Okay.
You can answer.
It ain't a book. It ain't a YouTube channel. It is because he's my source. I know it sounds deep or whatever, but it's because he is my source.
Well, he is.
And that's where I generate my power.
Yes.
That's my battery pack. I stay in his presence. You know, you may not have time to worship and fast and stuff, but I stay in his presence. I'm still listening to his music. I'm still in worship. So he endows me with wisdom. He endows me with empowerment. He endows me with the courage and the strength to keep pushing on. And the next thing is, I surround myself with great women. Some of my friends are on here right now, Krish and Damien, the rest of everyone that's on here. I surround myself with women that are full enough to pour back into me.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes.
A community that stays full, even if sometimes it's just to fill you up.
That's powerful. Wow. Philippa, I hope your question, that was powerful. Thank you, Vardley. Vardley says, I truly enjoyed listening to your guest tonight. Thank you. God bless you. So we are counting down. We are counting down. We must end. We did say 1 hour, so we must end. But I want to thank everyone that came in tonight to listen to myself. Well, to listen to Katherine. It was a pleasure having her on the couch and face to face and meeting her. She's very powerful. I believe that she will be back for another session because we didn't get everything out of her, but she will be back. But God bless everyone that watched tonight. God bless you, Katherine. May you continue to bloom because we are in the season of bloom. If you want to keep up with Katherine, I'll post later how you can connect with her via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff. So good night, be blessed, and join me next week for a Faith Talk right here. Bye.